Aquarius placement. Let's see what we have for you. Getting out of your head, huh? Ooh. Ooh. You you avoided I'm hearing a word, but I'm not sure if I can pronounce it. Catastrophe. Is that the word? Am I saying it right? Catastrophe. Catastrophe? You avoided a freaking something. I mean, something dramatic, something that chaotic. You avoided something chaotic by getting out of your head and perhaps seeing the bigger picture, or seeing it from a different perspective, or just not thinking logically too much about something that could be emotional. So whatever you did, it worked. Whatever you did, well done. Whether you know what you did or not, you avoided a chaotic energy. Like, yeah, oh my God. You chose peace. You chose love. You chose light. Wow. It could have been an emotional situation, because I'm getting emotional. Maybe something that is close to you. You couldn't see it for what it is because it was close. So you distant yourself. Or you distanced yourself. And you saw it for what it is. You saw it for what it is. You chose not to be the victim. You chose not to dwell in the negative, but choose hope. Choose the bright light. You know what I mean? Like, you chose not to be a victim of a situation. You're like, I can do it. I can get out of it. I've gotten out of a million of situations like this. Maybe not, but that's the energy and the courage that you had or have when facing this chaotic fucking energy. Like, I can't even explain to you how chaotic of an energy you avoided. You avoided like a disaster. You avoided a disaster. Whatever you did, whether you are conscious of it or not, you avoided a disaster. You shifted away from a disaster that was in your energy, but you changed it. And we can change that by our free will. And here, you fucking used your free will. It's a beautiful thing to see. I am proud of you. Wow. Wow. The emotions are heightened here, which is for an Aquarius, like, I know you guys like to be logical, but here you're switched on emotionally, maybe because of this shift in your energy, that you started to think the thoughts and feel the feelings, instead of think the thoughts and think the feelings and think. There's a shift in your energy, Aquarius, and that shift is making you a better person. Like, perhaps perhaps even becoming your best version yet. Wow. I like this energy. I love this energy. I was going to say like it, but I love it. There are people that are not happy with your shift. There are people like, why is the Aquarius doing something unexpected instead of the usual response that we expect from Aquarius? Like, you have an audience. You have people maybe close to you, maybe not, maybe they just know of you, but they know how you deal with things. And because you have shifted the way of dealing with things, they're like, what the fuck? Why is there a change in Aquarius? Why did the Aquarius not do this? The usual thing that Aquarius would do. You see what I mean? So there are people that are gossiping about you, possibly mutual friends, mutual family members, that are like, that's strange that Aquarius did that. I just heard, did you hear what your name is? Like, did you hear, like, I could hear someone say, did you hear what he did, she did? Like, put your name there. But I can hear, did you hear? Like, as if like, just like a gossip just starting. Did you hear? You have ruffled, is it ruffled some feathers? What's the saying? Ruffled? Raffled? I don't know. Okay, but fuck it. You know what I mean, right? There are people that are like these people that we just talked about. They're like betting on your next move. What I mean by that, they could be saying, I bet the Aquarius will do this and that. I bet the Aquarius is going through a mid-crisis. I bet the Aquarius is going through something that's making Aquarius act in this way or say this way, or like there are people that are assuming. Keep them fucking guessing. Keep them guessing, I will say. It's funny because this is all happening behind your back. These are the same people that will, you know, smile and hug you, and maybe you feel there was a bit of sneaky energy. It doesn't even feel malicious. It just feels curious to the point where it's a bit toxic. You know what I mean? Interesting stuff, that's for sure. These people are gathering and you are the topic. It's weird. Like, they could be all thinking the same thing because they're used to you in a certain way. And then when you change your perspective or change the way you do things or changed maybe for one situation, and they're like, I'm hearing flabbergasted. They're like shook by it. They're like shocked. Like, huh? Do we even know the Aquarius? Do we even know? They could be like talking about you while they're having like drinks. Like, these are people, like, that are gathered by your name. Like, one of them is like talking a lot of shit, the rest is just like going with it. You know what I mean? Like, there is a leader in that pack. And when I say leader, like, there is like announcer. There is that person that is stirring the gossip about you. And the rest is just joining in, you know what I mean? So there's one person specifically that is starting, that is dragging this kind of behavior that you are in currently energetically, and this person is like, you won't let it go. But it doesn't feel malicious. It doesn't feel like, let's dig Aquarius's grave. It feels more nothing better to do, nothing, like, possibly don't even have a fucking life to discuss something else but besides you. That does happen. But I feel like you don't even give a fuck, do you? I feel like maybe you could be curious about who these people are, but I don't see you touched by it. Like, this happens behind your back. It's not something that you hear about or care about hearing. Maybe some of you know that there is gossip that's happening about you, but you're like, you know, that just means that people like to talk about me. Like, you're not taking it close to heart, which is a good thing, because you should never be brought down by gossip, because it's below you. It's below you indeed. You're just on this journey of exploring the new ways of you doing things. I feel like it feels like you like the way that you have shifted energetically, the way that you've shifted through your free will to experience things differently, to give them a different outlook or perhaps story. The way you perceived it, or the way that you are understanding the situation that has happened to you, or even before it happened to you, the way you dealt with it. You're like, well, usually I do this, but let me try something else. That you're starting to like, because you're like, oh, I didn't think it will be that lighthearted. I didn't think it will be that beautiful, that carefree, which is like perfect for an Aquarius. Carefree, sign me up. You know what I mean? So you're liking this new way of thinking, but I'm drawn to say new way of feeling. I feel it's more to do with your feelings instead of your thinking. Your thinking is the same, perhaps. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it feels more about your feelings regarding your emotions. So maybe you thought your feelings, and that's like a stereotype for Aquarius, where you make a logical explanation come out of an emotional situation. Perfectly fine if it works for you. Live your life, right? But in this case, you avoided chaos by feeling your feelings and dealing with them from a light-hearted space. And that reflected positively on your energy, and therefore shifted your energy away from chaos. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You are on this new journey of discovery because of this new way of feeling, thinking, new way of something, okay? But you are on the beginning of it, to explore it. This is making life for you very bright. Like, there's a lot of brightness here when it comes to your energy. And it's a bit dull when it comes to other people, but your energy is kind of like giving off this light, this brightness. All right, well, I'm gonna extend this reading on my website. The link will be in the description box. I will see you there.